thank you very much. And I would like to welcome all of you. And thank you very much for joining us today. I think after I finish, Brian, you need to have a small welcome for all our guests and partners, because I believe everyone here is partner with us, and we cannot achieve this without all of you. I'm happy that we have with us the 13 ministers from 4 countries, and I will leave Brian to welcome one by one, but I'm very proud that we have ministers of public, of health and fighting against AIDS of Republic of Burundi, and also Permanent Secretary of Health and Population of Republic of Malawi, Minister of Health of Republic of the Gambia, Minister of Health of Republic of Niger, and Ministers of National Solidarity and Social Affairs and Human Rights and Gender of Republic of Burundi, and Minister of Promotion of Women and of Republic of Niger, Minister of National Education and Scientific Research of Burundi, and Permanent Secretary of Education and of Malawi, Minister of National Education of Niger, Minister of Higher Education of Niger, and Minister of Post and New Technologies of Niger, and Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Gender and Community and Development and Social Welfare of Burundi, Minister of Communication of Niger. So this is great honor to have you with us, because without you, we will not be able to achieve the objective of Mars. Mars is Merck Foundation Africa Research Summit, where we have this initiative, actually from the first initiative we have done through Merck Foundation, which mainly to empower women and youth in STEM, specifically focus on scientific research, because we believe very much in scientific research, that it's a very important factor to achieve the sustainable development goals, as we know, and also to achieve the economic and social development, and of course, including health development in Africa and the whole world, in fact. And we know that, of course, our researchers in Africa are very talented, very skilled, but of course they need the opportunity to empower them by providing resources, different policies to fill also the gap between women researchers and men researchers, because we know all that women are underrepresented in scientific research and in STEM in general, and education even further. Therefore, our programs is not only focus on empowering women in science, but we go also further to the foundation, empowering women in girls in education and young women in education, because as we know also, girls' education is very important and also underserved in our countries because of the child marriage and different economic and social challenges that we always address in our Educating Linda program. Let you know that we also support girls' education who is underprivileged and but very brilliant to continue their education through grants or scholarships. But not only I want to welcome our honorable ministers of Africa, but of course our future partners and existing partners in other programs, because we brought with us our current program partners from more than another campaign, and of course we consider them Merck Foundation long-term partners to partner with us in Mars, our program in STEM. Of course, Dr. Edgar is the president of International Federation of Fertility Society, and he is working very much closely either on personal professional level or as a president of IFFS to achieve the capacity building of fertility and reproductive care in Africa with us and in the whole world through IFFS. We have also our dear and our first partner in Merck Foundation, Professor Ashiro, Oladipo Ashiro, and he is also president of many societies, but also president of African Reproductive Care Society, which is, of course, dedicated to reproductive care specialists and reproductive care personnel who, wherever anyone who has stake in reproductive care, he belongs to this society, even from media, nurses, patient societies in Africa, and he is the president of this society, and he is going to be with us. We have also Dr. Satish from Manipal University, one of the universities that it's very dear with us, and it's a center of excellence of training embryologists, and we trained many embryologists in India in Manipal University. But why we have these partners to join our current partner, who is very much from 2015, our partner in STEM, Dr. Ahmad Hamdi, the director of African Union Science and Information Science and Technology Office. Which is very, very important partner that he's always with us in many events regarding STEM, and of course to screen the winners with us as well, to get the winners of Mars every and each year from 2015. We have also Dr. Andrew Kambogo, and he is director of IDS, which is in Uganda, Kampala, and also he is our current partner to identify a member of the scientific committee of Mars, and together we identify the winners. And this year we have, as I said, our new partners in STEM program, and therefore the topic of the new Mars Awards for Best African Women Award and Best Young African Researcher will be focused on infertility and reproductive care and women health. So this is very important. It's in the core of Merck Foundation mission, because as we know, the signature campaign or program for Merck Foundation is more than a mother campaign, where we break the stigma of infertility and work together to build fertility care and reproductive care capacity in Africa. So this year, it will, 2023, it will be about this topic, but the winners of 2022 was about cancer research and vaccines. So, and there we have 7 winners. Bear with me to just let you know about the winners. They are coming. I'm not going to announce the winner now, because the winners will be announced after our speeches, so you can hold on. But I will say the countries. The winners coming from Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Ethiopia, Sierra Leone, Cameroon, and Nigeria. And the winners between 2 categories: the Best Mars African Women Research Award and the Best Mars Young African Research Award, which is for youth. So the topics of the research and the names will be announced by Brian, and we will all welcome them for a small talk about their feeling of winning. And of course, the 2023 award will have a surprise that the first winner of each category will be invited to attend the IFFS World Congress in Athens in September, in addition to the training fellowship that we are going to provide them in India as well. So this will be a very attractive award. Now, I just want to emphasize in one thing, that we believe very much in scientific research. We believe very much in empowering women in STEM in general, as we said, and we like to work closely with all of you to create policies, to change policies, to achieve this objective. I will not take long in this. I will leave now the floor for our partners to talk. And I will ask Brian now to welcome everyone and start inviting our guests and our partners to give their talking points, and to start the program, the ceremony of announcing the winners of Mars 2022 and announcing the call for application of Mars 2023. Thank you very much.
I would like to recognize the Senator Dr. Rasha, Kelej, the honorable ministers attending these meetings, the colleagues in the scientific committee of Mars, and all the participants. I'm really so delighted to be here today, and I believe it was a long way to be from where we was yesterday, 10 years before. I think 2023 could be marking 10 years of Mars, if I'm not mistaken, and I need to be corrected by Rasha if this is not true. So it's a long way. We started from ideas, from hope, and to reality. And I believe the commitment of Merck Foundation and the CEO of the Merck Foundation, Dr. Rasha, resulted that we are keeping this happening every year. And really, I need to appreciate this, because this has an impact in posting science and technology in Africa to where we are today, with a special attention being given to female scientists and also for young scientists. Is something really rare to find such momentum keeping going for that long time. And I believe very soon we're gonna celebrate the 10 years this 2023. And we hope to continue this effort and to take the program beyond where we are today for more advanced and more attracting more young and scientists and others. If you allow me, Mr. Chair, I have some presentation that reflecting what really happened this year in the submission, how many articles or how many abstracts we receive, and some recommendation that coming out to the scientific committee and to those who participated in the call for Mars 2022. So if you allow me, I can share my screen, and with your permission, Chair, I hope everybody can see my screen. So
yes, we can.
Thank you much indeed. So you can see this is summary on the abstract submission for the 2022 Mars Summit. The call was the deadline for the call was 31st of July. This is the scientific committee which participated in the Mars 2022, which is the African Union Scientific Technical Research Commission. We have CAMRI, we have ACT, REC, and Merck Foundation. This is the scientific committee. Mr. Chair, we receive about 192 submissions from 29 African Union member states for this call. But unfortunately, we received 4 from non-African member states in this call, and this will be explained in the upcoming slide. You can see the submission by country. The maximum countries they are participating very well, like Nigeria, like Ethiopia, where the average for Nigeria, we are talking about 50, and for Ethiopia is 30 plus. While there are some other countries like Chad, like Congo, like Egypt, and others you can see in the distribution, which we are seeing here, some of other member states, they are really not to the level we are expecting from them. The submission per topic, as you remember, we have 2 topics. The 193, we have 78% on cancer, we have 16% on vaccination, and we have 6% on other topics which is not relevant to the core. So the assessment on criteria. So each of the submission was examined by 3 independent reviewers to ensure that the quality and of the submission was really detected by different scientists to ensure that there is a transparency and the results is really reflecting the reality. The submission was scored in according to the topic relevance, scientific research, and methodology, public implementation. After this, we talked about the quantity. Now we need to talk about the quality. There is a problem in the quality of some of the submission. 102 the abstract was scored more than 50%, while 47% they scored less than 50%. Scoring range, if we go to the scoring range, we find like more than 85% is 21 from those accepted. From 75 to 85%, we have 30%. From 65 to 75, we have 31%. And from 50 to 65, we have 20%. So this is the scoring range where we are able to see how the strengths even of those abstract we approve or we accept to go through the process. So this is take us to as a scientific committee, and I'm sharing this with my colleagues, to have 2 types of recommendation really. The recommendation for the participants for future calls, and recommendation for Mars organizing committee that's including the scientific committee. Some of the scientists, when they are crafting their abstracts, they don't really give time to examine the English language and the language they are presenting their ideas. Maybe there is a brilliant ideas, but when you have these ideas to be presented, they fail to put it in the proper language, because when you communicate in lab with your supervisors, you are able to communicate orally, you are able to answer some questions, but surely when you are writing an abstract, it should be really reflecting all your ideas, answering many questions, which is really lacking in some of the abstracts, which is rejected earlier. So that's why we say the quality of the work should be demonstrated in abstract submitting. Recalling the scoring criteria, we need to be sure that they understand how they are scored, so that this is to be reflected in their submissions. The quality of writing, they need to take more time, as I said. Related topic to health, the data size sometimes is not really big enough to reflect the results that are coming out. And also sometimes the data is obsolete, like the data is old to give the conclusion that is given. So we need to be sure about the quality of the data doing our recycling has happened. So we call the colleagues who are our future colleagues to be sure avoiding recycling, because this is against the scientific ethics of the scientists and researchers. Finally, I came with the recommendation for the Mars organizing committee, and I'm pointing a finger to myself and all the members of the committee, including the Senator Rasha, that this week participation, however, we have 29 member states, which is great, but we need to have from 55 member states. So we need really to be sure that to consider to reflect on the way we are launching, the way we are communicating the information to our scientists, and to find other ways to ensure that more scientists, wide range of scientists to be participating in the call. A submission period to be increased. And I believe this year we're going to launch the call in this particular meeting. So this is very good, because it will give us like 4 months or 5 months for the scientists to be fully aware about the participation. Before concluding, Mr. Chair, I would like really to appreciate the efforts being made by all the members of the scientific committee for taking the time and effort to ensure that the submission was really studied very well, scored correctly, and that those are going to be awarded today are the best among those we receive from them. And also, I would like to congratulate Merck Foundation for the leadership, for bringing all these partners, the African Union, AOSTRC, among others, and we are looking forward for a stronger, longer, and more fruitful partnership with Merck Foundation. By this conclusion, Mr. Chair, I would like to rest my case, and I thank you very much indeed, and wish you a successful meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ahmed. It's a really great and informative presentation, very much. Of course, as you know, that not all the countries are interested in research or advance in research. As Merck Foundation, we work with 37 African countries. So 29 of them has responded. The rest, I'm not sure if they have a high level of research or interest in research in general, specifically in cancer and vaccination. Now, since we are also going to promote it for fertility and reproductive care, and we sure that we build capacity, not only in practice, but also in research in this topic, because we provided 490 scholarships for fertility, reproductive and sexual care, and it's for 1 year diploma and 1 year and 2 year master degrees. A master degree is a research degree. So now we are sure that they are very advanced in research. We are sure this year in this topic specifically with our alumni that we are sure that they've been trained properly. They will have a very high quality, I'm sure, hopefully, high quality and high participation. We'll see, let's see, because it will be an examination of what we have done. So it's a very going to be very exciting to see. So, and of course, we are relying on you because you, Engineer Ahmed, I know that you are connected with all African countries. So let us also advertise this in your website and in your platform, because the 55 countries, you are with them. That's why you are very valuable partner with us. And we are sure that this can attract them, especially with the new partners we added that's very important to the specialty we are selected and the topic we selected this year. And that the first winner of each category will be invited to represent his research and attend the annual summit of IFFS in Assen this year. So I think it will be very attractive, in addition to, of course, the training opportunity we are giving them. So hopefully this will happen, but I'm very impressed about the presentation. Please send us the copy, because we would like to have it with us. Thank you very much. Looking forward to have a big success even next year.
Good afternoon. Bonjour tout le monde, wherever you are in Africa. I bring you greetings from East and Central Africa's premier university, Makerere University, and more specifically, the Infectious Diseases Institute, which I am privileged to lead. As you've heard from the head of our scientific review committee, Dr. Engineer Hamdi, I am privileged to be part of the scientific review committee and specifically to be a reviewer of the abstracts as they come in. My remarks and comments will actually build on the comprehensive presentation that Dr. Hamdi has made. He has showed you the number of abstracts we got and the 29 countries from which they came. I would also think I can give you some further insights in terms of the regions. So we had most abstracts from West Africa. So if you're from West Africa, please congratulate yourselves, because that region gave us the highest number of abstracts. And this was followed by the East and Central Africa region. We had fewer abstracts from Southern Africa and from North Africa. So Rasha, distinguished ministers and other colleagues, I think we can try and target efforts in those two regions to see if we can.
Professor Andrew, I don't want to interrupt you. Do you have a presentation you want to share?
I have a few slides.
Yes, please do. Yeah, would be great. Yeah.
So thank you very much. I desisted from presenting them because there's a lot of overlap with WhatsApp.
No problem. No. Okay.
Yeah, so in the next slide, just to give you some further breakdown, if we can move the next slide. So the 192 abstracts that Dr. Hamdi referred to, you can see the majority of these were vaccine development slides, abstract, and 31 targeted cancer. So it looks like we might need to encourage more cancer abstracts when we fashion the call for the subsequent periods. You can also see the information I've been sharing with you with regards to the regional breakdown. So most abstracts are from West Africa, which is indicated in blue, and then abstracts from East and Central Africa indicated in red. You can see Southern Africa and North Africa are in gray and orange color respectively. So again, the recommendation would be that we might need to, through our networks, look at the two regions of Southern Africa and North Africa to encourage submissions, because I do know these are regions with high quality institutions, research entities, and industry. In the next slide, I give a breakdown of some of the aspects of quality that Dr. Hamdi responded to. If I can draw your attention to those abstracts where we actually scored 0, there were some abstracts which were not able to score where we assigned a score of 0. This was because some abstracts were not addressing the subject matter of the call. So I urge our young scientists to read the call carefully so that when they submit work, it's responding to the topics. Some abstracts had no results. Some abstracts were talking about planned studies. And as reviewers, we feel that this is a summit that should emphasize work that has been done as opposed to work that is being planned. And so, like Dr. Hamdi said, we need to work on the quality of abstracts. Let me also say, as a guiding principle, as a senior scientist in Africa, that when you make scientific abstract presentations, their quality, their levels of quality. The highest, of course, are randomized clinical trials, followed by analytic studies, and followed by observational studies. So studies like case reports and case series are deemed to be low quality studies. So if you want to win, please look for those scientific categories of the highest scientific caliber, including clinical trials as well as analytic studies. So as a whole, the review process is rigorous. There are 3 reviewers to make sure that the scores are objective. And we hope that in future, we will get more high quality abstracts. It was my honor to add value to this process, and let me congratulate ahead of time those who will be declared winners. I thank you very much, and I turn it back to our MC and my countryman. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Andrew. And you know why the cancer research was the minimum? Because as you know, the number of oncologists in Africa is very limited. There's some countries never had oncologists even, like Niger, Chad, and Gambia, and Sierra Leone, and Liberia, and Burundi. We trained the first oncologists. Merck Foundation trained the first oncologists there. So of course, it was the challenge even to not to have oncologists that can treat people, also to do research. So there are limited number, they are not existing, and if they exist, they are very overloaded with a lot of work because they take care of all cancer cases in the whole country, and they based in one, like for example, the capital, as we know. Therefore, in our cancer access program, we provided until today 108 scholarships for oncologists in different specialties: pediatric oncology, surgical oncology, gynecology oncology, medical, and all types of subspecialties. So they can, each country have a comprehensive team, radiology and even technicians, so hematology, all this. So we can really advance cancer care landscape in Africa. And then, of course, to have even 30 research coming from Africa, it's a challenge and it's achievement. But I'm sure in the next year we'll have even more applicants, I'm sure.
Good morning, Senator Kelej. Thank you very much for the invitation to participate. I've listened to the previous presentations. I have to say the efforts need to be applauded. I know that the expectations are enormous, but we have to many times put ourselves in the shoes of the researchers that have to deliver a service in difficult and challenging circumstances, and they do need guidance to be able to know how to even start their research, never mind how to write an abstract and how to present it. So I think that not only that the seeds are there, but we're already seeing the buds, and there will be a time when we'll collect great rewards in a year or two. So I have to applaud firstly Merck Foundation for setting up the African Research Initiative and current summit, of course, and also each individual that has participated and supported, because I know many of you have supported young talent to create research and send it in. I also would like to say good morning to all the honorable ministers and people representing their countries, and also to say that it might be a good strategy to consider part of a doctor's duty a small component in which the doctor, she or he, has the ability to introspect, to think about what they're doing and ask fundamental questions. Why am I doing what am I doing, and could I improve it? Could I make it better for the patient, for the health system? And there are many examples that can be given. I give you a very short one. I don't have any slides and I will not bore you, but in Europe there was a law that was introduced where every time a couple would have IVF, they had to have hepatitis and HIV testing. And through research, my group established that 500 million euros will be wasted a year by forcing people that cohabitate, that live together, they have sex at home, to be tested for hepatitis, HIV every time they have IVF. It was insane. So we changed the law within 2 years with the help of ESHRE, saying to spend €500 million to do a test that has no relevance is totally insane. So I'm just thinking or suggesting or proposing that maybe the intelligent people that run those departments of health could actually send a message downstream and say, hey, I want initiatives. I want people to think what they're doing and ask what benefit does the patient receive from what I'm doing, and can I do it better, and reward those people. And this is one form of rewarding them by encouraging them to do research. So I would like to say that for the 2023, if there is one focus, firstly, the IFFS is absolutely delighted to be part of this. I know that we do love Africa. We've been there in Africa. We love the people. There's warmth, there's heat, the roots are there. And whatever we can do to support the local researchers, I think, is on our agenda. I would see a good initiative between IFFS and Merck to create maybe a think tank with the African partners in what needs to be done to physically, intellectually, scientifically support, to create maybe a platform where any person, any young talent could tap into this knowledge and even find a mentor that might say, hey, you want to do some research, you can contact me with questions and so on, and I can support you scientifically. And from a fertility perspective for 2023, I have 3 thoughts. One will be to look at the burden of infertility. It's ironic that we do not measure the burden of infertility. We do not know how many people exactly on this planet have infertility. Isn't that wonderful to be able to say how many people on the planet have COVID at any time and have a very fancy website. But what about a disease that we live with, which is infertility? That is a WHO recognized disease that needs to be respected, investigated, and treated. We do not know how many people suffer with infertility. So I see the measuring of the burden of infertility across Africa as a wonderful project that can be set up as collaboration between individual researchers in each country and then a paper coming out. The second one is analyzing the services provided. What services are there at each country level, and how do we develop even the foundation of services? And then the third one, and probably most important, identifying the barriers to access. Why do people that need, or couples that need infertility investigations, treatment, and advanced fertility treatments, why can't they get them? What is the barrier? Is it the transport? Is it the access to services? Is it the financial means? What are those barriers? There is a lot of talk in the infertility world, but very little action. And that's why I applaud once again Merck Foundation, because Merck Foundation said, we do action. We do talk and we do action. And the action part is missing. And I can't see how we can solve this dilemma unless we do the basic research to understand from the grassroots what is needed. I think Africa has very talented people, has great capacity. I've seen it in action, is developing very fast. And myself and the IFFS and the scientific committee in the IFFS and the director of education are very keen to work hand in hand and support this initiative. So with that, I finish. Happy to take some questions, but I'm sure there'll be questions in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Edgar. Thank you very, very, very much. And of course, it would be a great idea to have to measure the burden of infertility. While it's a bit challenging because there is a lot, due to the stigma of infertility, there is a lot of them suffer in silence, or they don't have the means to search the doctor and go to get tested and so on. So will be a lot in a rural area we cannot reach very much. It will be mainly in the big cities, but it's a start. It is a start. Therefore, when we decided to tackle this point, we said, let us have the trained and skilled doctors all over nationwide, not only based on capital. So I think these people can have the network to be able to give us a better idea, a clearer idea about how much the burden of infertility, while I'm sure we will never reach to the correct number, like in Europe and other countries, because again, there are a big network and it's a rural area, and also the stigma of male infertility and all this. So, but hopefully something better than nothing, for sure.
As I attend, I see this event evolving. I cannot but be overwhelmed by what we have achieved in Africa. And you are seeing evolving a very powerful African network. And I'm extremely grateful to Merck Foundation and the architect of that drive, Senator Dr. Rasha Kelej. I can look back to when we started partnering together, how this seed has grown. It was a very difficult thing for me, coming from Africa, to go to international meetings and WHO meetings. And they're asking me, how many people do we have practicing this in Africa? How many centers are doing in vitro fertilization in Africa? What are the data? What are the statistics? I don't know. I don't know people in Ethiopia. I don't know people in Uganda. But thanks to Merck, Africa has been joined together as one single nation indeed. And what we are witnessing is that there is need for strategic research, relevant research, and clinical application. And when we do this, it is very important to the development of Africa, because the developed countries, they put high premium on research. And the value for research cannot be overemphasized for us in Africa, because I can remember when I was applying to do research in vitro fertilization, I was told by Rockefeller Foundation, the director, that there is no need to apply for grant for this, but they can give me grant to study male infertility because there is large population in Africa. Now, because of what the Merck Foundation has done, ART has evolved with almost 39 and growing countries in Africa that are now practicing assisted reproductive technology. And now, in terms of research, I have the following recommendations. First of all, working with our own African Reproductive Care Society, partnering with Merck Foundation and FFS, we can do mentoring and workshop on research writing. So this can be done by webinar, and we can publicize it so many African countries can log in and know how to do this. I think that is having evolved the capital manpower development in this area. This is the next level that needs to be done. And then the next thing is that after this is done, we can now have them assess the mentoring that my IFFS president, Dr. Edgar, alluded to. So with Mukano, so that we can now link up with our members. We will spread this information, we'll spread this through Africa, we'll spread it through various associations and various member societies. And not only that, we will do public awareness. And I finally recommend that the proceedings of these meetings and of those abstracts, as well as those of the African luminary, should be, we can work with our own society to publish it, that can be given, and that can be given to many other interested parties, and WHO say they know what we're doing in Africa, and that Africa is no longer vacant, or there's no vacuum when it comes to these areas of activities going on globally. I thank you all for participating. I thank Senator Dr. Rasha for this event. I thank all the participating ministers that have come to this event, and the team from Merck. And I also thank all our colleagues in Africa, all the various countries and associations that have joined in. We are having almost 500 people on this website today. This is impressive. I'm happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ashiro, very much. Thank you. And this idea of the webinar of research mentoring would be great. We will discuss with you how can we record this, and we can have them very much in our website, YouTube links, and we share it with all the participants. Great idea. Thank you.
Let me recognize the Senator, Dr. Rasha Kelej, CEO of Merck Foundation and Chairperson of Mars. All first ladies that have joined us this morning, and all eminent scientists out there on the African continent and beyond. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I must say that we really value the work that the Merck Foundation is doing in addition to this Mars. And while Mars looks at building healthcare capacity through scientific solutions, the government of Malawi, through the Ministry of Health, seeks to reach out to all Malawians with quality and affordable healthcare. These aspirations require technologies so that healthcare can be provided in an efficient and timely manner. It is from this front that initiatives like these of Mars is greatly appreciated in our country. Just to quickly highlight on the topic I was asked to talk about, which is empowerment of women in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, and also girl education. I must say that women empowerment is one of Malawi's health capital development interventions. And various studies have shown in Malawi and also beyond that women are disadvantaged than their male counterparts in most socioeconomic parameters. In education, for example, the girl child is more likely to spend less time in school than the boy child due to issues like teenage pregnancy and other household chores. With established evidence existing between health outcomes, economic status, and education attainment, and failure to go further with education in our girls makes them vulnerable to numerous social challenges. The girl education in this case is very relevant to countries like Malawi, where we're struggling to keep the girls in school for long. Therefore, empowerment of women in science is very critical. For years, sciences have been highly associated with boys in school, and boys have dominated in science subjects. But it's time to switch this focus. Science and technology is the engine room for economic development of a country, and countries like Malawi have more women than men. It is therefore necessary to engage women, who are the majority in this backbone of economic development. It is encouraging that recently girls' performance in science subjects has greatly improved. Therefore, it's my call now to ensure that we get as many girls as possible to do science subjects. Let me take advantage of this opportunity to congratulate the award winners, because winning such an award is hard work and commitment, and it will act as an inspiration to other women and youth in Africa and beyond to go into the sciences. Congratulations, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to receive application from Malawi next year.
Surely. Thank you.
Thank you.
We extend our greetings from the Gambia to all the panelists, all the guests, and to Senator Dr. Rasha, our own sister. We miss you in Gambia, and we hope you come here soon. But the Gambia team, including the Office of the First Lady, we extend our greetings and sincere appreciation to the partnership with Merck Foundation. I think it has been very, very fruitful, not too long, but the impact of the Merck Foundation in the Gambia has been remarkable. With regards to the training of the young professionals, doctors and nurses in oncology training, facility training, infertility training, and so on and so forth, it has been remarkable. As Rasha said earlier, we didn't have oncologists in the country. And we can imagine with the rise in the number of cases of breast cancer, cervical cancer, and other cancers. So not having oncologists has been a big challenge. So we are very appreciative. Now, coming back to research in the world, of course, on the African continent, as Prof has said, we thank people like Prof and his colleagues, Prof Ashiru, for all the good work they've been doing in Africa. But the gaps are still there, and we think we need to have a lot of South-South cooperation so that our people can work together. Merck Foundation is facilitating that, but I think we need to know what is happening in each country. And without research, moving forward can be a big challenge, because we first of all have to identify what the problems are.
Merci beaucoup. Je voudrais d'abord saluer la docteure sénatrice Rasha et tous les participants. Et ensemble, nous donnons aux femmes et aux jeunes filles les moyens d'agir dans le domaine des sciences et des technologies. Je voudrais donner ma présentation sur le thème qui m'a été donné. L'éducation des filles et des femmes aux sciences, technologies, ingénierie et mathématiques désigne l'éducation aux filles et aux femmes dans les 4 disciplines académiques d'une importance capitale pour les filles et les femmes, à savoir la science, la technologie, l'ingénierie et les mathématiques STEM. Ces disciplines sont d'une importance capitale pour ces dernières car elles y sont moins représentées, alors que ces disciplines permettent aux lauréats d'avoir facilement accès à un emploi, puis rémunérateur, et puis particulièrement la création de l'emploi pour eux-mêmes auto-emploi et pour d'autres personnes lauréates des autres disciplines. Dans notre pays, le Burundi, de multiples efforts ont été consentis pour promouvoir la scolarisation de la fille et son maintien sur le banc de l'école. Parmi ces mesures figurent entre autres la multiplication des infrastructures scolaires, une école fondamentale par colline de recensement, l'introduction de la gratuité de la scolarité des enfants à l'école fondamentale, l'introduction des cantines scolaires en vue de faire face aux problèmes d'abandon scolaire qui touchent beaucoup plus les filles. La création des universités privées, surtout celles à programme d'histoire, qui a permis l'augmentation de l'effectif des femmes aux lauréates. La réintégration à l'école des élèves filles et mères, le lancement en 2018 du projet Tante et Père École, comme étant l'une des solutions de réduire les abandons scolaires et les grossesses non désirées en milieu scolaire. La refonte des curricula à l'éradication des stéréotypes de genre dans les manuels scolaires et autres sports pédagogiques, ainsi que l'organisation chaque année de la campagne Back to School. Ces mesures ont permis l'atteinte de la parité filles et garçons à l'école fondamentale, à l'école post-fondamentale générale et pédagogique, mais aussi l'augmentation de l'effectif des filles à l'enseignement technique et à l'enseignement supérieur. Malgré toutes ces avancées, la proportion des filles et femmes lauréates des disciplines scientifiques reste insignifiante. Cette situation est consécutive à de multiples facteurs qui se chevauchent et influencent la participation des filles et des femmes, et les performances et les progressions dans les études dans ces disciplines, promoteurs d'emploi et d'opportunités économiques. Ces facteurs dépendent d'une part des filles et des femmes elles-mêmes, des familles, des institutions telles que les écoles et les églises, ainsi que de la société. Les convictions et les attentes des parents, les niveaux d'instruction et les statuts socio-économiques et autres facteurs familiaux influencent négativement sur le choix des filles et femmes par rapport aux sections à fréquenter dans l'enseignement supérieur. Les normes culturelles et sociales influencent les perceptions des filles concernant leurs aptitudes, leur rôle dans la société et les aspirations en matière de carrière et de vie. De plus, le degré d'égalité des genres dans la société influence la participation et les performances des filles dans les sciences, la technologie, l'ingénierie et les mathématiques. L'adoption des mesures ciblées visant la promotion de l'égalité des genres, telles que les lois d'intégration du genre ou les politiques, telles que les quotas, les incitations financières ou autres peuvent accroître la participation des filles et des femmes à l'éducation et aux carrières des STEM. Nous devons donc veiller non seulement à ce que les femmes et les filles participent au domaine de sciences, de la technologie, de l'ingénierie et des mathématiques, mais également à ce qu'elles aient les moyens de diriger et d'innover. Pour y parvenir, les filles et les femmes impliquées dans cette discipline doivent être soutenues par des politiques et cultures organisationnelles de travail qui garantissent leur sécurité, tiennent compte de leurs besoins en tant que parents et les incitent à progresser et à s'épanouir dans ces carrières. Ainsi, l'organisation chaque année par Merck les prix Mars qui récompense les meilleurs chercheurs africains et les meilleures chercheuses africaines dans le but d'autonomiser les femmes et les jeunes chercheurs africains, de renforcer leurs capacités de recherche et de promouvoir leurs contributions aux sciences et technologies, ingénierie et mathématiques, constitue la meilleure stratégie de promotion de la présence des femmes et des filles dans les STEM. Dans le même ordre d'idées, le renforcement de coopération bilatérale et multilatérale, ainsi que l'échange d'expériences entre les filles et les femmes de différentes régions du monde s'avère indispensable pour éliminer tous les obstacles à l'augmentation de la présence des femmes et des filles dans les sciences, la technologie, l'ingénierie et les mathématiques. Vive les filles et les femmes dans la science, la technologie, l'ingénierie et les mathématiques. Que Dieu vous bénisse. Je vous remercie.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, and we send my regards to Her Excellency, the First Lady of Burundi, and our ambassador of Merck Foundation, More Than a Mother, and think together we can empower women at all levels and all aspects. Thank you very much.
Mesdames et messieurs, en votre grade et qualité, je vous salue. Donc, je suis la ministre de la promotion de l'enfant et de la protection de l'enfant du Niger. C'est avec un plaisir que je prends la parole à l'occasion donc de ce sommet de recherche de la Fondation Merck qui célèbre la contribution des femmes et des filles à la promotion des sciences, de la technologie, de l'ingénierie et des mathématiques en matière d'éducation des filles. En cette circonstance, je voudrais tout d'abord rappeler que l'innovation, le changement technologique, l'accès au numérique et l'autonomisation des femmes et des filles sont des thèmes du jour qui mettent en évidence la nécessité donc de ces technologies inclusives et transformatrices. Et notre thème même sur la CSW, c'est-à-dire 267, c'est-à-dire sur la condition de la femme à New York, porte effectivement sur la technologie et l'innovation, le numérique, etc. Donc, c'est pour dire que vraiment, c'est une thématique qui est à jour. Mesdames et messieurs, à l'échelle mondiale, on a remarqué que les femmes ne représentent que 35% des étudiants au niveau donc de la science. Et dans les NTIC, elles ne représentent que 3%. Les disparités donc entre les filles et les garçons sont aussi perceptibles au niveau des professionnels de sciences et également de l'ingénierie dans le monde. Parce que là aussi, les femmes ne représentent que 19%. Mais si on prend le cas du Niger, plusieurs mesures sont prises pour réduire les disparités entre les femmes et les hommes, entre les filles et les garçons, pour augmenter l'accès de ces filles à l'éducation, à l'enseignement, à la formation technique et professionnelle, au programme de développement des compétences, mais aussi pour les maintenir dans ces programmes et garantir leur autonomisation. Parmi ces mesures, on peut citer l'adoption de la politique genre avec son plan d'action depuis 2017, Et il y a l'élaboration d'une stratégie nationale d'autonomisation économique des femmes, dont l'objectif global est de promouvoir l'autonomisation économique des femmes du Niger par le développement de la consolidation d'une culture d'activité génératrice de revenus et d'entrepreneuriat en vue de contribuer à l'égalité, l'équité en droit et en chance entre les hommes et les femmes. Il y a également un décret qui porte sur la protection, le soutien et l'accompagnement de la jeune fille en cours de scolarité. La création des cantines scolaires dans les CEG ruraux en vue d'encourager les filles issues des familles vulnérables à rester à l'école. La création d'internats des filles, et là le ministre de l'Éducation est là qui va me compléter après, c'est un des programmes phares du président de la République. L'initiative des adolescentes du Niger qui récupère les adolescentes âgées de 10 à 19 ans, déscolarisées et non scolarisées, et qui les intègre dans le système scolaire. Mesdames et messieurs, en matière d'amélioration de l'accès aux compétences et à la formation dans les domaines nouveaux et émergents, en particulier sciences, technologies, ingénierie et mathématiques, et à la maîtrise de la culture numérique, on peut noter l'adoption de la politique en sciences, technologies et innovation du Niger, Postini, qui intervient pour trouver des solutions adéquates aux défis de développement en privilégiant les connaissances, les compétences scientifiques, la technologie et la promotion de la culture de l'innovation. En fait, cette politique vise le développement du cadre institutionnel en matière de sciences, de technologie, d'innovation à travers le renforcement de l'enseignement de la science, de la technologie et de l'innovation. Et ça s'est matérialisé en fait par la création des lycées nationaux d'excellence de jeunes filles et garçons et l'attribution des bourses d'excellence et par la CEDEAO à des filles issues des familles vulnérables qui embrassent les matières scientifiques. L'attribution par l'État nigérien, les fondations, les ONG et en fin d'année des prix et des bourses d'excellence aux meilleures filles dans les disciplines scientifiques, mathématiques, sciences de la vie et de la terre, physique, chimie. Et l'amélioration d'accès à l'eau potable, d'assainissement et la facilitation de la gestion menstruelle, en particulier dans les écoles et les autres lieux d'enseignement et de formation. Le renforcement de ces mesures vise à prévenir les grossesses également chez les adolescentes et leur permettre de poursuivre leur éducation en cas de grossesse ou de maternité. Et également, j'insiste sur la création aussi d'un réseau de femmes en sciences et en technologie. Mesdames et messieurs, et pour terminer, je tiens à préciser que toutes ces actions-là ont permis une avancée qui dénote une amélioration remarquable et significative pour réduire l'impact des stéréotypes du genre sur les choix scientifiques et technologiques des filles à l'école au Niger. Néanmoins, plusieurs défis restent à relever, notamment encourager plus d'investissements et d'efforts dans l'éducation des femmes et des filles, le renforcement des politiques et des pratiques afin de promouvoir l'enseignement technique et la formation professionnelle, et axé sur les sciences, la technologie, l'ingénierie et les mathématiques pour les filles et les femmes, ainsi que l'investissement dans le capital humain et dans l'autonomisation des femmes et des filles. Je vous remercie pour votre aimable attention. Merci.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister.
Merci beaucoup. Chers collègues ministres, honorable sénatrice Dr Rasha Kelej, mesdames et messieurs les représentants des institutions éducatives, je m'appelle professeur Natatou Ibrahim, ministre de l'Éducation nationale du Niger et je suis ministre de formation. La maison Merck, c'est une maison que je connais très bien. C'est une maison qui est spécialisée dans la fabrication de produits chimiques, des intrants pour la synthèse de molécules, Je vais citer entre autres les calixarènes, aussi bien sûr les éthers couronnes, plusieurs sels effectivement minéraux et plusieurs bien sûr produits chimiques qui sont vendus à travers le monde. Donc à travers toute la communauté chimique du monde, vous avez vraiment nos félicitations et nos remerciements pour tout ce que vous faites dans la promotion de la recherche, bien sûr, surtout et en particulier dans le domaine chimique. Je suis très honoré de l'invitation qui m'est adressée par la sénatrice Dr Rasha, Kelej, directrice générale de la Fondation Merck et présidente du sommet Mars, pour prendre part à cette importante rencontre virtuelle. C'est le lieu de remercier vivement donc, cette Fondation Merck pour l'attention particulière portée à cette question et pour ses efforts alliant dans le sens de favoriser l'autonomisation des femmes et des filles en sciences, technologies, ingénierie et mathématiques. Mes salutations distinguées s'adressent également à mes collègues ministres des autres pays participants et à toutes les éminentes personnalités invitées à cette activité. Mesdames et messieurs, le système éducatif à travers le monde traverse des crises multiformes, les unes plus graves que les autres, compromettant ainsi l'atteinte de l'EDD 4, à savoir assurer à tous une éducation équitable, inclusive et de qualité, et de possibilités d'apprentissage tout au long de la vie, ainsi que l'EDD 5, atteindre l'égalité des sexes et autonomiser les femmes. En effet, le système éducatif nigérien fait face actuellement à 4 grands défis qui entravent son développement. Premièrement, le choc démographique. En effet, la population nigérienne estimée à plus de 25 millions d'habitants en 2022 est composée de 70% de jeunes âgés de moins de 25 ans et d'environ 17% en âge légal d'être scolarisés, c'est-à-dire ceux qui ont entre 7 ans à 12 ans. Cette population est caractérisée par un taux de croissance démographique annuel de 3,6%, signifiant un doublement de la population toutes les 18 ans. Ce choc entraîne une forte pression sur la demande sociale en éducation dans un contexte de rareté des ressources publiques. Deuxièmement, un choc sécuritaire, car le Niger, pays sahélien, est entouré de 3 grands foyers de tension. Il s'agit de la Libye au nord-est, le Mali au nord-ouest, le Nigeria au sud. L'insécurité qui prévaut a occasionné, entre autres, la fermeture de pratiquement 800 établissements scolaires en 2022, privant ainsi aux alentours de 78 000 enfants de leur droit à l'éducation. Troisièmement, les chocs sanitaires avec la pandémie de COVID-19 depuis mars 2020 qui a entraîné la fermeture des écoles pendant plusieurs mois, perturbant les apprentissages de millions d'enfants, bouleversant leur vie et aggravant les inégalités au détriment des groupes vulnérables, notamment les filles dans les zones rurales, les enfants de nomades et les enfants en situation de handicap. En outre, cette crise de la COVID-19 a mis à nu la faible capacité de résilience du système éducatif nigérien pour assurer la continuité pédagogique en situation de crise et de catastrophe. Et quatrièmement, le choc climatique affectant l'agriculture et l'élevage, qui font vivre plus de 80% de la population, expose cette dernière aux aléas climatiques et aux épisodes récurrents de sécheresse qui mettent les populations en situation d'insécurité alimentaire. Cela explique plusieurs cas d'absentéisme et d'abandon scolaire, particulièrement en milieu nomade. Excellences, mesdames et messieurs, en plus des effets de ce choc, l'éducation et la formation des filles et des femmes au Niger est entravée par plusieurs facteurs, dont les pesanteurs sociales, religieuses et économiques, l'environnement de l'école, insuffisance de latrines séparées pour les filles et les garçons et des points d'eau, l'exposition des filles aux violences en milieu scolaire, le manquement de structures d'hébergement adaptées pour les filles et le problème de tutorat consistant à l'hébergement des filles, bien sûr, dans des familles d'accueil. Malgré des multiples efforts consentis dans le cadre de la promotion de la scolarisation des filles, des défis restent encore à relever au double plan de l'équité et des disparités régionales. Cette iniquité entre les genres est encore plus criarde dans les séries scientifiques. Ainsi, dénombre-t-on un effectif de 37 406 garçons inscrits dans les séries scientifiques contre 15 175 filles sur l'ensemble du territoire national au cours de l'année 2021-2022. En terminale scientifique, c'est-à-dire au niveau du lycée, pour la même année, on dénombre 17 143 garçons pour 6 683 filles. Pour pallier cette disparité et contribuer à la promotion quantitative et qualitative de la formation scientifique de jeunes filles, d'importants changements jugés pertinents sont maintenus et seront mis en œuvre comme nouvelle initiative pour promouvoir la formation scientifique des jeunes, particulièrement les filles. Je pense notamment au programme de construction de 100 internats pour jeunes filles, la création des lycées scientifiques de jeunes filles dans chaque chef-lieu de région. Ces initiatives permettront d'accroître le taux de filles dans les séries scientifiques, de stimuler la demande en formation scientifique chez les jeunes filles et de les maintenir dans le système scolaire. La mise en œuvre de ces initiatives requiert l'acquisition d'infrastructures et d'équipements adaptés permettant de disposer de compétences dont aura besoin le marché du travail d'aujourd'hui et de demain. Excellences, mesdames et messieurs, comme vous pouvez le constater, d'importants efforts sont déployés pour adapter notre système éducatif aux multiples défis de notre siècle. Cependant, beaucoup de défis restent à relever au regard du retard de notre pays sur le plan des moyens techniques et technologiques indispensables à la promotion et à la mise en œuvre de ces initiatives qui sont aujourd'hui un levier important pour assurer l'autonomisation des femmes en sciences, technologies, ingénierie et mathématiques et l'éducation des filles. Évidemment, la réalisation de cette ambition requiert la solidarité de tous nos partenaires techniques et financiers, aussi bien bilatéraux que multilatéraux. Sur ce, tout en lançant un appel pour davantage de solidarité et de coopération dans le domaine de STEAM, je souhaite que cette cérémonie permette de poser les bases d'une véritable autonomisation des femmes en sciences, technologies, ingénierie et mathématiques. Je vous remercie, mesdames et messieurs, de votre attention.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Thank you.
Monsieur le ministre en charge de l'éducation nationale, de la santé et de la promotion sociale des différents pays présents, c'est pour moi un honneur et un privilège de prendre la parole. Je m'appelle Sidi Mohamed Radiou, je suis le secrétaire général du ministère de la Poste et de Nouvelles Technologies du Niger. Je prends la parole au nom de M. Hassan Barazemoussa, ministre de la Poste et des Nouvelles Technologies du Niger, absent du pays, qui m'a chargé de vous lire ces quelques mots qui sont pour la plupart répétés ou dits par les deux ministres du Niger, que je remercie beaucoup parce que c'est un combien important pour mon pays, le Niger, et à juste titre d'actualité et figure au centre des préoccupations de nos plus hautes autorités, au premier rang desquels le président de la République, son Excellence Bazoum Mohamed, qui a fait de l'éducation de la jeune fille sa priorité, en déclarant lors de son investiture les 2 ans, je m'occuperai personnellement autant que je m'occuperai de la sécurité. C'est pour marquer l'engagement fort du président de la République du Niger par rapport à l'éducation en général et de l'éducation de la jeune fille en particulier. Problème de déperdition de la scolarisation des jeunes filles qui favorise le mariage précoce et leur départ prématuré de l'école. Le président de la République a pris un fort engagement lors de sa prise de fonction en ces termes. Je vais créer des internats pour jeunes filles dans les collèges de proximité. Pour joindre les engagés des réformes pour le respect de ces engagements, le 19 décembre 2022, lors de lancement à Niamey de la politique nationale d'éducation, il a retiré son engagement en disant « J'entends veiller personnellement à ce que le secteur de l'éducation soit au centre de toutes les actions du gouvernement. Vous voyez encore un fort engagement que le président a pris. Mesdames et messieurs, pour continuer, permettez-moi de répéter quelques chiffres que les ministres nigériens de la promotion de la femme et de l'éducation ont noté tout à l'heure. Nous avons une population de plus de 25 millions d'habitants, dont plus de 51% sont des femmes. Au niveau de l'école, nous avons une disparité au niveau des écoles où il y a 64% seulement des filles contre 72% des garçons. Nous avons 16% de la population qui a moins de 15 ans et 70% de la population à 25 ans. Donc, c'est pour noter la jeunesse de la population du Niger. Pour contribuer à l'atteinte de ces objectifs, le ministre de la Poste et de la Technologie de l'Information, M. Sambarazé Moussa, pour apporter la contribution du numérique dans la concrétisation des objectifs du Niger, a impulsé un réel dynamisme en diversifiant les réformes dans les secteurs et amené le taux de couverture à 93% et le taux de couverture Internet à 33%. Mon département ministériel encourage la promotion des TIC car elle constitue un grand contributeur dans l'accélération du développement et l'augmentation du PIB national. En 2022, pour permettre au Niger d'être en mesure de former dans les domaines porteurs et modernes, 4 filières de formation ont été créées à l'École supérieure de télécommunications, à savoir Big Data, Cloud Computing, Cybersécurité et Intelligence artificielle, qui sont des matières que seuls ceux qui savent mener peuvent suivre. Un data center national est en cours de construction et la stratégie de cybersécurité adoptée en 2022 pour sécuriser les personnes et leurs données et même leurs biens. À cette ère de révolution industrielle marquée par le numérique, il est important pour chaque pays de faire du numérique une véritable locomotive de développement. Pour y remédier, il est indispensable de corriger l'éducation de tous les enfants et faire tourner les formations vers les sciences, les mathématiques et les nouvelles technologies. Plusieurs actions de sensibilisation ont été menées pour encourager les jeunes filles à embrasser les filières scientifiques et techniques et les nouvelles technologies de l'information. C'est à cette fin que chaque année, le Niger participe et mobilise des jeunes filles à l'occasion des Journées internationales de télécommunications et de la Journée des jeunes filles TIC célébrée chaque année en avril pour susciter un engouement et un intérêt aux TIC par les filles et les jeunes femmes. Le Niger est membre de l'initiative KGaA pour géolocaliser et connecter toutes les écoles du Niger. Le ministère de la Poste et des Nouvelles Technologies du Niger a d'ores et déjà exécuté la géolocalisation de 18 000 écoles au Niger. La deuxième phase sera de connecter toutes ces écoles et pour recueillir les données sur notamment combien de filles sont dans chaque classe, combien de filles sont dans chaque école. Le Niger est aussi membre de l'initiative African Girls Can Code de l'IIT, ONU Femmes et de l'Union africaine, qui concerne les filles de 15 à 25 ans, qui promet l'intérêt des jeunes filles aux formations scientifiques et techniques. Cette année, en décembre, nous avons formé 50 filles au codage informatique pour les pousser à continuer au niveau de formations supérieures en sciences et technologies. Le ministre avait souligné que ce secteur est innovant et porteur d'espoir pour cette frange féminine de la population, compte tenu de sa vulnérabilité et des opportunités qu'il lui offre pour son autonomisation dans un monde de plus en plus concurrentiel. Lors de la célébration de la Journée internationale de la protection des données personnelles, le 18 janvier dernier, il y a 5 jours de cela, à Niamey, le ministre Hassan Barazé Moussa a lancé un vibrant appel aux jeunes Nigériens, dont les filles, à embrasser les filières scientifiques et techniques afin de doter le Niger de compétences pour son développement et sa cybersécurité. Comme vous le savez, le Niger est dans un dynamisme inédit pour profiter pleinement du numérique et mettre les femmes et les jeunes filles au centre de la politique du numérique et ses stratégies de mise en œuvre. La Fondation Merck est spécialisée dans la promotion du genre et les bonnes pratiques en Afrique et dans le monde. Et ces actions philanthropiques sont à saluer et à encourager. Mesdames et messieurs, la cérémonie qui nous réunit aujourd'hui conforte les motivations de notre gouvernement qui veut que les jeunes filles soient mises au devant et au centre du développement à travers leur implication dans l'éducation et la promotion d'éthique. Les deux prix que vous avez donnés tout à l'heure, à savoir prix des meilleurs chercheurs africains, prix des meilleurs chercheurs, des jeunes chercheurs africains que la Fondation Merck a octroyé son engagement aux côtés des pays africains pour booster l'envie et le désir des jeunes filles et des jeunes femmes à embrasser les sciences, les technologies, les mathématiques et l'éthique. Au Niger, à travers le ministre Hassan Barazé, au nom de qui je suis avec vous ici, vous félicite et vous encourage à multiplier ce type de projets pour rendre nos mères, nos femmes, nos sœurs, nos filles autonomes et aptes à accompagner le développement de l'Afrique. Le Niger, à travers le ministère en charge de l'économie numérique, est disposé et disponible à travailler avec la Fondation Merck pour contribuer significativement aux objectifs combien nobles qui consistent à amener les jeunes filles à embrasser les sciences et les technologies pour l'atteinte des objectifs de développement durable des Nations Unies. Le Niger compte participer à l'appel à candidature pour l'édition 2023 et espère que les jeunes filles nigériennes y participeront. Nous mènerons des actions pour les encourager à y participer. Bonne chance au LRA et bonne continuation à la Fondation Merck. Je vous remercie de votre aimable attention. Merci beaucoup.
I am checking if she may be allowed, but she did give me the authority as the Director of Science, Technology and Innovation in the Ministry of Education in Malawi, on behalf of our Honorable Minister, but also on behalf as a Principal Secretary or Secretary for Education, to first of all appreciate the opportunity given to us by Senator Rasha, and greetings from Malawi and all the organizers, but also to commend and congratulate those who will be conferred as winners of the Best Women African Researchers Award, but also the Best Young African Researchers Award. I would like to give some remarks regarding the theme of empowering women in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and girls' education with the context of Malawi. We have signed some protocols and established some networks which are there to empower women and adolescent girls in STEM. For example, within the regional economic bloc of SADC, we have signed, ratified, and acceded to the Women in Science, Engineering, Technology Organization, which we call WISETO. And we have introduced a chapter, a national chapter, Malawi chapter, which is being hosted by the National Commission for Science and Technology. And the chair and the secretariat, both the two are women in science. I should also proceed, and this happened in 2021, August 2021, should also mention that within the same creating the enabling environment and networks, we established, the government of Malawi established and launched in May 2021, the Academy of Sciences in Malawi with a chapter on women in science. And this is affiliated to the Network of African Academy of Sciences, NASA, and there is, I know, programs and plans ongoing. I would like to highlight that there also have been resource mobilization funding streams to ensure that women and adolescent girls are financed to take options in STEM. For example, the African Development Bank, ADB, has been giving scholarships for girls admitted in STEM programs in the universities, and academic staff also who have been proceeding for further studies in STEM programs have been financed or given scholarships and awards by the African Development Bank in Malawi. USAID, the people of the American government, have had a program on strengthening higher education access in Malawi, SHIMA, which was pro-adolescent girls and young women, AGYW, since 2018 and is concluding this year, and to be succeeded by another program, Transforming Higher Education Systems, TESS, from this year onwards, maybe until 2028. And thirdly, World Bank. The World Bank introduced a $100 million program or project for the Skills for a Vibrant Economy, SAVE, which has 100 million, okay, a package of 100 million to finance and support increased access, particularly for female students, to skills development programs in priority areas of the economy that are most relevant to the labor market and also aligned to the National Development Blueprint, which includes agricultural commercialization, productivity, industrialization, urbanization, and mining, so in those specific areas. Lastly, on the financing stream, the Ministry of Education in Malawi is processing an application with UNICEF as the grant agent for the Global Partnership in Education, where the first mandatory policy priority area is gender. And in gender, we'll be defining issues aligned to STEM, but also science, technology, and innovation, to make sure that the component which befits financing on the STEM from the Global Partnership in Education, promotes and empowers women in STEM. The university level, in Malawi, for example, the Malawi University of Science and Technology must annually, every year, organizes girls' camp, mostly funded by players like Campade, Plan International, and others. And the call for participation normally and most often the time carries enticing words like, if you are a girl in secondary school or a female first-year student studying STEM at Mars, this is your opportunity. So this is another way how the universities and tertiary institutions are able to attract and motivate or encourage young girls into STEM. At the ministry level, so that's a strategic point of view, the ministry's direction on STEM education is as follows. From February this year, the ministry will begin to develop STEM education guidelines. At the moment, we are gathering requirements and identifying issues to inform the guidelines formulation process. And one issue likely to be addressed will be on how best to empower women in STEM and also girls' education. So this is a work planned in process to start this year going forward, in February going forward. The ministry also, on behalf of the Malawi government, has last week, signed up for a technical cooperation with the ADEA, the Association for Development of Education in Africa, on STEM and play-based STEM education in primary, because we need to start at the foundational skills before we go secondary, tertiary, and vocational. So we are tapping and focusing on the upping the game at the foundation level. So the play-based STEM education in primary schools, and my ministry, the ministry will ensure that through the Directorate of Science, Technology, and Innovation, is able to cooperate with the Association for the Development of Education in Africa to conduct a situational analysis on the status of play-based STEM education school level towards policy development in Africa. The ADEA Intercountry Quality Node on Mathematics and Science Education is carrying out this study to inform the development of a mechanism for monitoring progress in STEM education and policy for engagement with stakeholders in Africa, which has never been there before. Also, Malawi government, through the Ministry of Education, successfully expressed interest to be among the top 6 countries in Africa supported by the European Union to develop science, technology, and innovation for Sustainable Development Goals 2030 roadmaps in Sub-Saharan Africa from February 2023 onwards. So this is starting next week. Gambia is one of those countries, Rwanda, Malawi, and 3 others. And the objectives are straightforward: formulation of effective STI policies and strategies, support for the development of effective innovation ecosystems, and of course, strengthening of the STI capacities and building inclusive and sustainable societies, including girls in STEM. Therefore, lastly, as I conclude on behalf of Malawi, I would like to say that through the above initiatives, we are and we will continue to position our adolescent girls and young women to undertake STEM education, or better still, STEAM. So from STEM to STEM, where the A is for arts, in order to intertwine arts, creativity, and scientific explorations for a possible fusion to produce highly innovative and aesthetic products and quality services. These will be the desired solutions to address our local challenges while growing the economy for self-reliance through a knowledge-based, innovation-led economy, through a comprehensive human capital development process. And we will ensure to promote Mars 2023 core and encourage more Malawians to apply for a possible award next year going forward. Thank you all, and I appreciate the opportunity, Senator Raja and the team. Thank you on behalf of Malawi Ministry of Education. Thank you.
It is my honor and privilege to give these remarks on behalf of the Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Honorable General Retired Dr. C.D.G.N. Chiwenga, who cannot be with us today due to other pressing commitments. I would like to thank you for inviting me to give this speech on empowering women in science, technology, engineering, and girls. This award ceremony comes at a time when globally COVID-19 is having a negative impact on girls' health and well-being, and many in Africa have been at risk of dropping out of school. Some of the major challenges faced by the African girl child in various contexts include pervasive poverty, economic deprivation, persistent traditional misconceptions, abuse, gender inequality, gender violence, and conflict, as well as social norms such as forced early child marriages. The challenges faced by the girl child in Africa are more or less the same as those faced by the girl child in Zimbabwe. However, the Zimbabwean government, through various ministries, is implementing a raft of measures aimed at ameliorating the status of the girl child. Whilst the girl child generally faces societal limitations in her development, the situation is even more difficult when it comes to opportunities and advancement in the area of STEM. Traditionally seen as a domain for men, STEM has consistently placed challenges for those girls who have dared to break this barrier. Chief among those challenges include societal biases that discourage girls from taking sciences, lack of infrastructure in many schools, thus hindering those girls that want to take up sciences, as well as limited career guidance that tends to mystify STEM, especially in marginalized areas. Specific and directed efforts need to be put in place to empower the girl child and bring equity in the access of opportunities in the STEM domain. In my country, Zimbabwe, we have over the years consistently seen the gap between boys and girls narrow in the area of STEM, and I will share with you some of the initiatives which made a great difference in empowering women. Some of the interventions by the government of Zimbabwe to address this issue in science education include the following. Institutions in Zimbabwe have sought to address student enrollment gender imbalances by marginally lowering entry requirements for female applicants in STEM courses, being carefully done in a way that takes cognizance of the challenges the girl child faces in their education without actually affecting the quality of the education itself. These strategies significantly increased the number of girls in certain STEM courses. One key strategy to empower women in the STEM area is the development of requisite infrastructure, such as internet facilities to the girl child in marginalized areas, so that they are up to date with the changes in science and technology. In Zimbabwe, the school's digitization program, spearheaded by the ministries of ICT and primary and secondary education, has significantly increased the capacity of the girl child to take up sciences. And at the primary and secondary levels, the gap has reduced significantly. We have in the past few years also seen the same effect beginning to show in our institutions of higher and tertiary education as more and more girls take up courses in the STEM area. In number two, increasing number of teacher training colleges that produce science teachers to ensure all our schools, including those in remote areas, have adequate number of science teachers. As 70% of our students in teacher training colleges are women, it means more women science teachers to support the girl child and also to act as role model for the young girls. Another point is that scholarship support for girls from disadvantaged backgrounds to take up STEM careers is also one strategy that empowers women. In the broad context of national governance, a strong legal framework that enshrines the rights of women to have equal opportunities in the STEM domain must back the empowerment of women. In the case of Zimbabwe, some of the advancement we have registered in women empowerment has been because our constitution has strong provisions that promote and protect the rights of children, including the right to be protected from sexual exploitation or any form of abuse, including early child marriages. Preventing our girls from early marriages has seen a lot of more girls that would have otherwise been child brides continuing with their education right up to higher and tertiary levels. Finally, yet importantly, as we seek to empower the girl child in the area of STEM, it is critical that we put in place mechanisms that recognize and promote successful women to be role models for the young girls. Role models play a very important role of building self-belief and confidence among our girls, thus demystifying the prevalent notion that science is for the boy child. As they say, when you empower a woman, you empower a nation. STEM has been recognized as a key enabler for economic development. Only when women are empowered in this area can countries achieve a truly inclusive and sustainable development. I thank you.
I would like now to announce today's winners of the Best African Women Researcher Award. And please allow me to announce first winner from Ghana, Miss Gladys KGaA. Yes.
Bravo.
Congratulations, Gladys KGaA.
The research topic, Ryan, can you please?
The research topic for her outstanding research abstract related to the topic of cancer research. Gladys KGaA, congratulations.
It is diversity of cervico-vaginal human papillomavirus, genotype and naturally occurring E6 on E7 DNA sequence polymorphism, a study among selected women with clinical suspicion of cancer of the cervix or diagnosed cervix cancer and pre-cancer case in Ghana. Thank you very much, Gladys.
Congratulations, Gladys.
Congratulations. This is Mars Best African Women Researcher Award for 2022. So congratulations. I'm very happy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we go to the second award.
I see you, Amaya Jobin from Nigeria. Congratulations.
Amaya, congratulations too. Best Women African Researcher Award, Mars. Congratulations. And Amaya topic, evaluation of immunoprotective potential of trypanosoma, prosyl glycerol kinase in mice. Congratulations. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Our third winner, Miss Shingirai Chiwambutsa from South Africa.
Congratulations, Shingiria. Congratulations. And your topic was effect of genetic polymorphism and co-medications on tamoxifen metabolizing enzymes and plasma levels of endoxifen in Black South African breast cancer patients. Congratulations. Great.
Our number fourth winner, Miss Ededia Fidawoki from Ethiopia.
Congratulations. Edivia, are you here?
Yes, I am here.
Yes, congratulations. Congratulations. And your topic was HPV in women with invasive cervical cancer lesions and cancer, the use of urine as an adjunct specimen. Thank you very much and congratulations again. This is Mars Best African Women Researcher Award for 2022.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's a great honor. So now we want the winners of Mars Best Young African Researchers Award.
Yes, so congratulations to all the winners in that category. And now our first young African researcher, our first winner in the Best Young African Researcher category, Mr. Abubakar Amara. Are you there?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Fantastic.
Can I see? Can you please put the screen on? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. And the topic was safety and immunogenicity of an AD26ZE POV booster dose among children previously vaccinated with two-dose heterogeneous AD26 ZE BOV and MVA PN Philo Ebola vaccine regimen. Congratulations. Of course, this is algorithm for us, but this congratulations. Congratulations very, very much. A great achievement.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, our second winner is Fongang Che Landis from Cameroon. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Fangan, are you here?
Thank you. I'm here.
Yes, can you put us the video? Vangan, can we see him? Yes. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your topic was effectiveness of mHealth text messages in enhancing cervical cancer screening uptake among women in the northwest region of Cameroon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So equally the second position, because they are split, they are the same score, is
Izzy Ajebu.
Yes.
From
Nigeria.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Can I see? Can I see you?
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, Izzy, congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have two winners from Nigeria this year. So, Izzy, congratulations. And the topic is anti-cancer agents from Millettia oboensis roots. So, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. This is, of course, Mars Best Young African Researchers Award for 2022. Congratulations. Dr. Satish, as we said, can we put the screen on? As we said, Dr. Satish, that we are having Manipal University also one of our partners in the next year, 2023 Mars Awards, which is going to be about fertility and reproductive care, our health and women health research. In Africa, of course. So, of course, as we mentioned, Manipal University is a center of excellence of training of embryologists of African Merck Foundation alumni. We trained a huge number, over 100, from 37 countries. So, therefore, it was a good idea to have you as a valuable partner for Manipal University, and also to be part of the scientific committee and screening committee for the winners.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good afternoon, and I bring warm greetings from Manipal University, India. And I'm indeed honored to be in this award ceremony. Thank you, Senator Dr. Rasha, for the invitation. At the outset, let me congratulate all the research award winners. What I can tell you at this moment is this is a wonderful opportunity to explore the new knowledge and enjoy the flavor of research. I'm sure this opportunity from Merck Foundation will definitely help you to grow as an independent researcher in future. As Dr. Rasha has stated earlier, we are delighted to be the part of 2023 Mars program. And 2023 award winners will have the opportunity to receive cutting-edge research training in Manipal for 3 months, supported by Merck Foundation. And the theme for the next call is women health, infertility, and reproductive care. As we all know, the research is part and parcel of our professional life. Without research, we cannot advance our patient care. They should go side by side. And as healthcare providers, we are very well aware of the gray areas in our field. I encourage you to first identify the gap, come out with the research question, and then we will help you to execute it along with the support from our foundation. When it comes to infertility, there are many areas which needs to be researched. For example, recurrent implantation failure, the pregnancy loss, optimizing good stimulation methods, and methods to select healthy gametes and embryos, and so on. But what I feel the most important problem we have been facing is a high treatment cost. Many of our patients cannot afford expensive IVF treatment, same in my country. Hence, your focus should be also to develop a cost-effective treatment without compromising the quality. So we are eagerly looking for innovative research proposals or abstracts from PhD students and young researchers. The award will be given under 2 categories, like we have seen before, the best young African researcher and best African woman researcher. So while preparing the proposal, please look into the novelty, the feasibility, the time frame, and most importantly, how your research will benefit the society. So I thank Merck Foundation, especially Dr. Rasha, for the opportunity and wish all the best to the researchers who are planning to submit their nominations to 2023 Mars Award. Thank you very much. Good day.
You're welcome, and thank you very much. I'm looking forward to have a great 2023 award and summit, and a very prestigious and valuable applications from many researchers across all the countries of Africa this year.
So good afternoon, everyone. So it's really a great feeling of getting recognized for your hard work. So I would like to say congratulate for all the winners. I'm extremely thankful to you for acknowledging my name for this prestigious award. It's truly a big honor for me to obtain this special certificate from you guys. So this is one of the most important things of my professional career, and it also gives me more duties to improve my work. And finally, I would like to thank all the scientific committee, the Merck Foundation, and all collaborators for organizing such a beautiful event. And thank you for having me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and congratulations again. Thank you for having you and being with us.
I'm so delighted that my research work has been appreciated and it has gotten this award. But my advice to other young scientists is we should keep on looking for opportunities to apply for such awards, and also to apply for funding for our research, which is very critical for researchers in Ghana and also Africa and the world at large. So as young African researchers, my main advice is that we should keep on seeking for various opportunities to apply for awards. Once again, thank you so much for this award. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for the award. I am so delighted.
to be selected as one of the award winners. Research has been very challenging, but this selection, it has encouraged me to be more committed in research and development in Africa, for Africa. So I want to appreciate Merck Foundation for this prestigious award. I'll also encourage many to keep on pushing, and I know that we will make a good stride at the end. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, and congratulations for everyone. Thank you very much. Looking forward to see you again, and congratulations. Bye-bye.
First of all, I'm so happy and grateful for this award, and I want to thank the organizers that they are really doing well for Africa. And in fact, taking this part of cancer research has always been my dream since 2011. So I'm seeing that this award is a motivation and encouragement for me. And I'm also having high expectation for this award, looking forward that it will open doors for more opportunities, and also to deepen the cancer research in Africa. So once again, I want to say thank you very much.
Thank you, Merck Foundation. I want to extend congratulatory messages to my co-awardees, Abubakar Kamara from Sierra Leone. Of course, the Merck Foundation thing is a bit new to Sierra Leone. I'll make sure I extend the information to colleagues, because clinical research is very, very much important as the world is moving towards preventive medicine. It's good for more people to come on board and try to see how best we can profile solutions to help make the world a better place. And hope to continue the communication and make sure that more people come on board on this Merck Foundation award team. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much. Our winners today, we thank you and congratulations to all of you. We are very proud of you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Thank you very much, all Honorable Ministers. Congratulations again for the winners, and looking forward to have a very successful Mars Award ceremony in 2023. Looking forward to receive all the application. That it was valuable research about fertility care, reproductive care, and women health. Thank you for our partners, and looking forward to meet you soon. Next year, but of course we will be communicating all the time all through this year. Professor Ashiro, thank you very much. Dr. Edgar, thank you very much. Dr. Ahmed Hamdi, African Union, thank you very much. Dr. Andrew Kambogo, Uganda, thank you very much. And Dr. Satish from Manipal University, thank you very much, our partners, and Ministers of Health from Niger, Burundi, Malawi, and Zimbabwe, and what else? Malawi, Burundi, Niger, Zimbabwe, and and the Gambia, of course. So thank you very, very, very much for everyone, and thank you for our attendees. Happy to have you, and looking forward to see you again. Bye-bye.